Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Never better.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm fucking tired. Okay. So I listened to some podcasts this last couple days.
Okay.
I'm going into this conversation without knowing where I'm going.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So regular show here. We're all right.
So I picked up on some things that I think we need to focus on for, like, I don't give a fuck what the bonus episode sounds like. People already paid. I don't care.
Yeah.
But
By
like
the time you hear this, we've already got your money.
the regular episodes is what I'm concerned with.
Okay.
What I don't want to do is what this other show did.
Okay.
So there was a lot of referencing videos that they were watching. It was just like it was annoying as fuck to listen to.
Okay. So you want to not reference videos? Okay. What else you got?
Not talk about what's going on in the chat or the Discord chat.
Yeah, we're pretty good at that most of the time. A couple times we slip, but we're pretty good about that.
Okay, what do we need to do to get to the next level?
How about a rebrand? Should we rebrand something?
Yes.
Rebrand usually brings people to the next level, right? Like a rebrand and a refresh. We need to adjust our ad budget.
To what? $5?
No. What do we? We're on a sliding scale up to $3, right? Should we go to $4? We're not jumping straight to $5.
Oh, you're talking about I thought you meant what we were going to spend on advertising.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's paid to us. That doesn't help us, does it? I was talking about that, but I wasn't really, because I'm a dum-dum. So should we have an advertising budget?
Yes.
Okay. How much?
$1,000.
$1,000 a month?
Yes.
Okay.
Now you go. You count it.
1,700 a month. So okay. Okay. Let's break it down per show. We do 2 shows a week. If we do $1,000, that's $250 a show.
What are you talking about?
I'm just trying to. I don't know. I have no idea.
What do you mean we do 2 shows a week?
$1,000 divided by 4 is $250.
But what's that have to do with 2 shows a week? What?
4 shows a week.
We do one.
Wait, 2 shows a week. Wait, see, I can't. Yeah. So okay, wait. So that's
stop. Just stop. We're not advertising
times 2.
Listen.
Okay.
We've got to get people hooked.
Okay.
We've got to get them to check out the regular version of the show.
Got it.
Okay. That is just an advertisement for the Patreon.
Yes.
Okay. So we've got to get them to the free show, the Wednesday show.
Got it.
And then we try, that's the bait. Getting them there is the bait.
Uh-huh.
And then if we can get them to cross over to our Patreon, that is setting the hook. Have you ever fished?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have to explain bait and setting the hook then.
It's just too late. You already did.
Okay, so we need bait.
Yes.
And that's what advertising is bait.
So are you comparing our show to that stinky catfish bait? Because it sure sounds like it.
Do you know how many? So my dad always had that fucking catfish bait in the garage. Do you know how many times I would open it up to see if it smelled different than the last time?
I wonder if the smell wears off after a while. It's the worst.
Okay, so
all right,
so what do we use for new bait, and where do we bait at?
I think our normal place is fine. Wherever you normally do it is cool. So how about billboards? Are billboards still a thing?
Do you remember when I told you I tried getting you to agree to spend money on a billboard, and I still think we should do it?
Yeah, where? Just in a random small town?
No, them electronic billboards, you can pay for like 24 hours.
Uh-huh. I do remember you talking about that, but I remember thinking it was a stupid idea.
Yes, it is stupid. Like, okay, so the way it works is, let's say there's a fucking billboard on I-95 or wherever the fuck you're at.
Mm-hmm.
and it alternates. Like it's like 30 seconds of this ad, then 30 seconds of this ad, and so on and so forth. And
Yeah.
it just cycles through however many are in the rotation.
Sure.
So you pay for, I don't know, let's say it's $300. You get 10 30-second splashes.
Okay.
Okay. So over the course of that day, your billboard will be up for 300 seconds or 5 minutes or whatever the fuck it is, whatever it is.
Uh,
So I was trying to convince you, like, dude, okay, listen, how many cars, like thousands of cars drive by and you know they're bored. They're on a road trip. They're looking for something to do.
you think everybody's on a road trip all the time?
So the problem with us advertising is we can't, okay, neither one of us are good at this.
Nope.
So we can't just get on and say, like whenever I go on WATP and Carl says, so what's going on over there at Who's Right?
Nothing.
Oh, we're just racist and transgender.
Racist and transgender. That's it. So what they say or whatever, I think, or if I was them, this is what I'd say, is that you should play to your strengths, right? So what are our strengths? Do we have any of those?
I'm not bad as a machinist.
All right. So,
Okay, now you go.
I mean, I would go one level below that. I'm almost not bad as a machinist. How about that? So we have some machining capabilities. Between the two of us, we could probably machine some stuff.
Okay, so is that the tagline for our podcast? Is neither one of us are bad machinists?
Yes. I think that's great. Yep.
Okay, and so those of you that are listening, this is what it sounds like anytime me and Anthony try to talk about advertising. This is what it sounds like. This isn't just like us trying to ramble. This is our conversations
Right.
anytime that we have a phone call.
You started this off saying, I don't know where I'm going to go with this. And then you started talking about some podcast that you were listening to. All right. We came to the conclusion we're not bad machinists. That's makes sense.
So big problem with that on my end is that I'm not currently a machinist either. And the first thing that I thought of that I'm not bad at is not even in my responsibility right now.
And the worst part about it for me on my end is I'm really not all that good. You kind of put me on the spot when you said, okay, what are you good at? Fuck, I didn't think about that. I got nothing.
Oh, anyway, back to the advertising thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a problem that we have. Okay, can you type up some ad copy?
I don't even know what that means.
Right.
What when you say ad copy, I'm going to go listen to WATP and just do what they do. That's ad copy.
Hey, bag slappers.
I'm just going to take his ads and just substitute Who's Right.
So we finally get our big break on whatever fucking place we're going to advertise.
Uh-huh.
And they put you on the spot and you start reading his Press House Coffee.
So
That's
I don't
promo
know.
code Po Boys at BioBidet.
No. So we should just go to like 2 or 3 podcasts that do advertisements, take their sponsors and just jumble them all together into one ad read for their sponsors, but for us. Like, and just jumble, like, go.
I don't know what you just said.
Put in. So go to Press House Coffee and use promo code Po Boys if you want a bidet or whatever. Just jumble everything together.
And you think that will translate to people listening to our show?
No, I don't
You
know.
understand?
I have
You understand
no
what the
idea.
goal of this exercise is?
Nope. I think I went a little off track. It gave me a funny idea. Is that going to get people to listen to the show? Probably not.
Okay, so I want you to do me a favor for the rest of this conversation.
Okay.
If it's a funny idea,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to ask yourself a question.
Okay.
Is it applicable to the problem we are trying to solve?
Can I answer it now? I'm going to pre-answer your question with a no. All right. What? Okay. What is the problem we are trying to solve?
Oh, the amount of money that our Patreon payments are.
Okay. And that, okay.
Okay. Do you not agree with that?
No, of course I don't agree. Of course I want more money. What kind of question is that? Yes,
Okay.
I agree with that.
Okay. So our goal is to make more money on Patreon.
Yes.
In order to do that, we have to broaden our audience. Okay. We have two ways to do that.
But so we're
No.
hold on, stop.
No.
We're having a conversation about needing more money on Patreon on a bonus episode that only goes to our patrons. We are fucking dumb.
Okay. We have two options to make our Patreon bigger.
Okay.
We either get more audience on our free show,
Okay.
or we convert more people that are already listening,
Which one's easier?
getting new people to listen.
You think?
Yes.
Okay.
That, you know how I know that?
How?
Because the number of people that listen to our show is substantially bigger than the number of people that are patrons.
So, So just by the sheer numbers, the more people we bring in, some of those are going to sign up, right? Okay.
Let's say that okay, what is the best podcast? Like the most entertaining podcast?
That's a subjective question. What do you think it is? What is your favorite, most entertaining podcast?
Boomer Bunker.
Perfect. I'll go with that one too.
Okay, if the Boomer Bunker is 100 on the
Yes.
scale of excitability or whatever the fuck it is.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say that the Boomer Bunker, every listener that they have, they convert, let's say they convert 80% over to patrons.
Okay.
Okay, we are at a fraction of that.
Sure.
Okay, so our free episode is as good as it's going to get. Like, we can't make that any better,
That sucks.
which means that it's harder to convert people. Like, or I don't know how to convert people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's what it is. So have we decided that our episodes are as good as they're going to get?
Yes.
Is that where we're at? We're at the pinnacle.
No.
You don't want to say that part out loud. You want to keep people thinking that we're going to get better.
Oh, see, that's the problem, is I don't want to lie to our audience. And we have to. Like, we have to say next week is like, even, okay, Wednesday, when we start recording Wednesday's show, we have to start by saying how good next Wednesday's show is going to be.
Every week, just talk about how the next show is going to be the best before we even start with this show.
All right. I got to make a note for next week.
Start off lying to the audience.
Got it. Next week is going to be phenomenal.
All right. So if we had an ad budget, where would it go? Let's just
in the toilet.
forget about how much it is. Where are we spending our ad dollars?
I got it.
All right.
I got it. I think I have a good idea.
All right. Good.
Okay. So, like, if we wanted to advertise on Gas Digital,
Okay.
that's like $500 for one shot, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Do you think that we could pay other small podcasts to play one of our episodes on their feed? Like, isn't that like the best form of advertising?
No.
Why?
Well, okay. Wait. How best form of advertising? How playing our content on somebody else's podcast that's shitty?
I said another. Okay, like, let's say Fart Mouth.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that would be the first one that I would go to. So, what?
That doesn't make any sense because
It does. This is a fucking good idea, you dickhead. Go ahead.
so most people that listen to Fart Mouth probably have at least heard of our show.
Right, but they haven't. How many times, week after week, we get on the phone with people and they say, "Yeah, I heard Doug. I heard you on the official podcast,
Right.
And your name kept coming up, and
Right.
I just now came over and started checking it out. That was like 2 years ago,
Right.
and I came over and checked you guys out, and you guys are funny. So what if,
Right.
let's say, Fart Mouth's audience, we give them X amount of dollars to play our episode on their feed.
Uh-huh.
Their audience is forced to listen to us until they reach over their fat little fingers and shut us off.
So,
And if we can hook them right in the middle, then we just take their audience from them.
so do you remember when we tried to start a podcast network?
Yes.
When we just gave money to other podcasts for
Yes.
just whatever. So the idea was that somehow, some way that would benefit
That was a
us.
stupid idea. This is not the same thing. This is different.
So we're going to pay somebody whose audience already knows who we are to get new listeners.
But it doesn't have to be an audience. What makes you think they know who we are? Just because on Fartmouth one time they said Doug from Who's Right, you think all of a sudden now they know everything about us?
No,
This is a good idea.
no. Okay. So it might be a good idea if you were to go with a podcast that is not in our world, right?
Yeah, and how do you decide that a podcast is in our world? Because one of us has mentioned the other one?
Yes.
You're retarded. So, like, how many times have you said Joe Rogan? So now all of a sudden,
It's in our world. So you're telling me that there is no crossover between our audience and the Fartmouth audience?
there's crossover between us and all kinds of different podcasts. There's crossover between us and Last Podcast on the Left. That doesn't mean we're in the same fucking world.
You're being purposefully obtuse.
Obtuse. I knew it.
You're being obtuse. You know exactly what I'm saying, but you're pretending like you
No,
know.
you're saying if we share so much as one fucking listener, too much crossover.
No, it's like 5. There's a cutoff.
Okay, then we'll ask for a complete analytical breakdown of their audience and where they're from, and I'll compare it to our analytics and see if any of the fucking zip codes match. How's
See?
that?
So now you're thinking. Now you have a good idea. Finally.
Okay, I just cross-referenced and we're good.
Just ran a cross check where everything is fine.
I have a question for you. Here's how you'll know that this is a either good or shitty idea.
Okay.
Okay, let's say that the Boomer Bunker comes to us and says, we'll pay you $20 to put one of our episodes on your feed.
Uh-huh.
What do you say?
No, I'd pay you $20 not to message me again.
Why is that?
No, because I don't know. I've never listened to the show, but I can imagine it's something that I would want to listen to. So why would I put something on my feed that I wouldn't want to listen to?
Okay. Now,
Okay.
now, why did we put Bad Cop on our feed?
Because you thought it was a good show.
Right, and it's something that I would listen to.
Right, exactly. I wasn't something that I was interested
So,
in, but
now,
it was
hold on.
something that
You're
you were interested in.
Now, if our episode shows up on somebody else's feed,
Yeah.
their listeners are going to say, why is this on here? Oh, wait, it must be because it's something they want us to listen to. So I'm
Right.
going to give it, because I enjoy 80s movies, they must think I'm going to like this.
Right.
Boom, new patron.
Huh. Interesting. So are we exclusively going to advertise on that Good Doug Good Movies or whatever that fucking show was, whatever that douchebag was?
I haven't thought, I told you, I'm spitballing here. I haven't thought through the idea completely.
I like the idea as long as it seems like a waste of ad dollars to pay Fartmouth to advertise our show to people who already know our show exists.
Okay, then that's all you do is shit all over my ideas. First you shit all over the billboards, and now you're shitting all over this.
Uh-huh.
And it was your stupid idea to have a stupid fucking network where we paid people to provide us stupid fucking episodes, and all it was them saying the N-word.
Right.
That was your fucking brain
Yes.
buster.
Yes, I take full responsibility for that shit of an idea. That was terrible.
And you know what? I backed you like a brother.
Awesome.
I said, I don't agree with this, but God damn it, Anthony, I believe in you, so I believe in this. And we did it.
There was your first mistake.
And now anytime I come up with an idea, all you do is sit in the corner and, I don't want to do that. I work 12-hour days.
So okay. could the idea of a network have worked the way we were doing it?
Yes. Had we got good content that we wanted to advertise.
Right. So then the idea wasn't the problem. So my idea is still strong, is what you're saying.
Half of the idea is the execution, and you executed poorly. You did nothing with it after. Like, did you?
Yeah,
You didn't even. Did you
I'm the
advertise?
idea
Did you come
man.
up with? Did you come up with a stinger? No.
No. No, you didn't come up with a stinger. You're out. Well, okay. Is a stinger just like a 10-second advertisement? I don't know what a stinger is. Is that like a bumper?
No, a bumper is on the front end or the back end of the show. A stinger is in the middle. Like when you switch segments,
That's a segue.
that's a stinger. Are you not even in fucking communications?
Wait, then what's a transition?
Your mom. All of a sudden you're in fucking vocab. What's the predicate? What's the predicate?
Perfect. So, okay, let's set that idea aside.
Okay.
And
Which
if
one?
if we had ad dollars, where else are they going to go? We need a bucket of ideas,
Right.
like a slot bucket of ideas.
Okay. So there's billboards.
Yep.
That's it.
Time billboards.
I want to
in
be on a
Times Square.
fucking billboard, you asshole.
I want to be on a billboard in Times Square. How much does that cost?
Okay, so the highlight of this show for me so far has been recording with Ned from Bubba the Love Sponge, right?
Okay.
So if you're okay with it, I would like you to sit out and allow me and Ned to be on a billboard.
I think that would do more for the show, so I'm okay with that. That guy's kind of famous, I suppose.
We could put Brian Johnson on there. Dave, I guess. I
Ryan
don't know.
Long comedy.
No, fuck him. I'm not putting him on there.
So okay.
Okay. So here's the fucking problem.
All right.
If you ask me right now, okay, it's going to cost $500, and we can only do one of the two. We can either put up a billboard for our show or put up a billboard for RyanLongComedy.com. That's where I would want to spend the money because I think that's funnier.
Me too. We're idiots. How are we ever going to advertise? Like, how are we ever going to drive people to the show if we just come up with stupid ideas that literally do nothing except for make a couple of people chuckle?
Not even laugh.
Yeah.
They just go, huh.
All right. Well, that was a $6,000 well spent.
Okay.
So should we have a marketing team then?
Yes.
Okay. Who's going to be on our marketing team?
Me and you.
Wait a minute. Do I get extra money for this? What's our marketing budget again?
I don't know. I don't have the answer. In all honesty, I'm done trying to come up with answers for this show.
Okay.
Like I just want to record on Wednesdays, and I guess we have to record on Mondays to keep that Patreon money coming in. And once the deer flabbies dry up, then we can throw that thing away. And I just want to live my life, man.
What does that even mean? I just want to live my life, man.
I'm tired of being tied down by the responsibilities of the show.
Such a douchebag thing to say. I just want to live my life, man. Oh shit.
So the funny thing is like, if you were smarter, you could say, what exactly responsibilities are you trying to shy away from?
Right.
And if I would say the same thing I've been saying for 5 years, looking for things to talk about. And you would say, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's role play. You be me and I'm going to be you.
Is this me talking to you?
You talking to me as me and me talking to you as me or as you.
Okay.
I'm you, you're me.
Okay. Okay. I'll try to get into character.
Go.
What, who am I again? Wait, am I me or am I
Yeah.
you?
You're me.
Oh, I hate all this responsibilities about the show, or I just want to live my life.
What responsibilities are you tired of?
I don't like I'm trying to find things to talk about. I just want to live my life.
Doug, it's funny you bring that up because as I'm sitting here looking at the things marked 1-3 bonus, which is oddly enough today, it appears that there's 4 articles on here and I put all of them on here.
Wait a minute. Why are we role playing where you get to take credit for what I'm doing? This is bullshit. Why did you? Fuck you. You turned this all around to where we role played so you still get to take credit. You motherfucker. And I walked right into it.
Okay. So are we switching back to our original roles now? Now, am I me?
And scene.
Okay, dickhead, you fucking liar. I look at the first thing on here and it says Doug added this to the regular show. So you didn't put everything on here. So even when I do something and you finally jump in and add a couple shows, big fucking deal, Anthony. That's great. You found 3 things to talk about. You tried claiming the other thing that I put on here.
Yeah, I did. I tried, but it didn't work. And scene. Now we're switching back. Go ahead.
You just tricked me into doing the whole fucking show.
Just gonna let you argue all of it.
Fade to black.
You can tell we were theater kids.
I bet you weren't even a theater kid, were you?
No, nope.
Fag. I was. It was awesome.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was Officer Krupke in West Side Story.
God, is that the one where they like, we're gonna
When
kick your
you're
ass.
a jet, you're a jet all the way from your first cigarette to your last dying day.
Okay. We're in a gang, but we're gonna snap in unison. We're cool.
Where my theater kids at?
So stupid.
It's not stupid. Okay, hold on. I'm backing myself into a fucking corner here, and I got to figure out how I'm going to get out of it. Because I was going to say, why would you not join? It's filled with faggots and sluts.
Wait a minute.
Right. See, I seen where I was going, and I didn't like it.
Oh my God.
I can remember because I was in football at the same time, telling my dad that I was trying out for the play, and he's like, "Oh, great."
Even did your dad call you a homo?
I want to move to New York.
Oh God, that was back before it was cool to be gay. Jesus. Are we done talking about our advertising budget? Is that it? Are we done?
Yeah, that's fine. Let's get into
We didn't even come up with any good ideas.
No, we never do, and it's the same
I was-
shit over and over again.
I was being serious. If we had an ad budget, what are we spending it on? How are we getting the word out? Can we just pay people to say, "Hey, listen to Who's Right," just on the street? How about we pay one of them street preachers to like street preach for us?
Okay, I'm in.
See, stupid ideas. God damn it! It went sideways so fast.
I want to get somebody arrested on the news promoting our show.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Whatever. Okay, so it's the same thing. We have the money that we're able to advertise. We don't have the idea on how we're going to do it.
Right.
It's either like the stupid advertisements on Facebook or Spotify or something that don't do any fucking good.
Right.
Or do very little good. Like how many listeners? Okay, here's a good question. How many listeners is worth it to our free show for you to spend $500 of your own money? Realistically.
So if we were to be able to bring in 20 listeners, I suppose.
For $500?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to
just go to the mall. What the fuck?
I'm trying to be realistic, right?
Okay.
Like,
hold on. You're retarded. Like I was thinking 6,000, 7,000.
6 or
And-
7.
and-
Okay, so okay. In your mind, you're thinking listener. How many people are going to listen to the show? Okay, yeah, 6 or 7,000. I'm talking about how many people are going to join in on.
How many people are going to give us super chats?
Yeah, that too. So I'm talking about how many people are going to be repeat listeners that we can then transition into the Patreon or whatever.
Oh, that's it. That's it. You just fucking hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. Tell me how. Because I don't even know how I did it.
What's
I
the
was just
biggest thing
swinging
going on in the
wildly.
world right? What's the biggest thing going on right now other than COVID?
Russia collusion.
No. Next thing.
Space Force. I don't know. What?
Trans rights.
Oh yeah, trans rights. Are we in? Oh, trans rights or hot podcast rights?
You are so way ahead of yourself. Are you nervous?
No. What am I nervous about?
I don't know, but
Are
you're
you
acting
so
weird and I
nervous?
don't like it.
All right.
Normally, you and I are in lockstep. We're in sync. We're working together. We're on the same page. We're on the same field. You're the quarterback. I'm the general. You're the everything. All those.
Wait. I'm the quarterback. You're the general.
Yeah, I'm ahead of you. I always outrank you. I'm Morris Day. You're Jerome, bitch. Now listen.
Awesome.
Listen. I'm gonna force you to connect the dots. I'm not gonna
Okay.
fucking spoon feed you.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Trans rights
Yes.
are the number 2 issue in the world.
Yes.
We are trying to transition people into our Patreon.
God, this is a long stretch. I can already tell. I just said transition to Patreon, and you brought all this. All right. I'm listening.
Hey, you haven't connected the dots yet?
Nope.
Trans rights,
Got that part.
transition.
Uh-huh.
The words are the same, dum-dum.
So,
Okay, here comes the airplane. Open your mouth.
so I noticed that the words are the same. Do we have
Right,
more
so we
patrons
changed
now?
we changed the word. We changed the meaning of trans rights to mean transitional rights from listener to patron. It's just shortened. But we're already trending. I just checked. Trans rights is trending.
So every time trans rights trends, we're right there with them. So we're
No,
kind of
we make ourselves part of the movement. Like therefore the rights of people who cut off their dicks to be treated like whatever it is that they want to be treated like.
yes.
And we're right there holding our sign saying, and we are for people to transition from our free show to our Patreon. Patreon.com/who's right. Promo code who's right.
Just promo code who's right. Just wherever you put promo codes, just put it there. See what happens.
See if you get a discount or something.
See, those are the kind of advertisements I could do. Just put in who's right. I don't know. Oh my god.
Again, that's 2 fucking bangers. I hate that word, but
That's a terrible idea.
that is not a terrible idea. Stealing a fucking hashtag?
Well, yeah, stealing a hashtag, but trying to say trans rights means transitioning from our free shows to our Patreon shows. It really has a ring to it.
But you didn't say hashtag, dummy.
Oh, sorry. So I think when you come up with a slogan, it has to like roll off the tongue. It can't be like a 15 minutes long thing to explain it. Oh, by the way, we have a podcast and we put out free shows. And we're trying to get you to transition to our paid shows. Right? So are we trending yet?
I don't understand what the problem is.
No problem. Everything's
Hashtag-
perfect.
Hashtag transition from Wednesday to the Monday paid shows. And sometimes we have to alternate on Mondays just because of Anthony's work schedule.
Right.
And we also do after show chats if you're into that.
Can that be a separate hashtag? The first one's getting a little long.
All right, fine.
What what we need and what I've always thought we've needed, I just don't know how to do it. I'm not good at it, is to get the people who like the show to help us advertise to everybody around them. But I used to end the show with tell your friends about the show, whatever. But like, that just seems so like forced. And I'm not good at just doing the same thing saying the same shtick every week. Kind of am, but
yeah, you're so out of your fucking wheelhouse. Okay. So then are you suggesting we pay our patrons to get them to convert people? Like a finder's fee?
Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll give you $5 a month. Oh my God. So for every person that you bring in, and for every person let's start a pyramid scheme with our Patreon. There's got to be some sort of pyramid scheme we can get going with our Patreon.
I think that's probably the best idea you've had.
Okay.
Like you get $1 from everybody that. No, it's too much work.
That's a lot of work.
Out.
You get $1 from. Nope, that's too much work. You didn't even make it through the whole thought. It's like, nope, not doing that.
All right. I guess we'll circle back in a week for the next bonus episode to work through this. Well, that's our time. Okay. This one.
Which one?
Drive-by shootings.
All right. This was great. Did you read this article? Or the headline, at least?
Just the headline.
Washington state lawmakers introduce
a
bill.
Then. Like you just want to go ahead and take.
Yeah, I'm
take
going to
away
go
my
ahead and
thunder.
step all.
Because I normally read the headlines. But
Okay,
if you
go
want
ahead.
to read this one. Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, please.
No, I want you to.
No, I'd rather you do it.
Washington
State lawmakers. God damn it.
Introduced bill that would reduce penalties for drive-by shootings. Law would remove drive-by shootings as basis for enhanced murder charges.
Okay, so there is a. Did you watch this news article or watch this news thing?
No, I read the article. I didn't watch the video.
Okay, give me the synopsis.
So there's 2 lawmakers in Washington that are saying that drive-by murder charges are like racist because more black people commit drive-by murders and it puts more black people in jail. So for equity.
Okay, I hate when I ask you to give me the synopsis, or the summary, because I think that means the same thing. But you give me your view of it, not reality.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want your view of it. I want an unbiased opinion on like what is the real reason why they're doing this.
I don't know that I've ever had an unbiased opinion in my life, so I can't give you one. So they are saying that they don't want drive-by shootings to be as a severe of a charge, of a severe as a penalty.
All right, so I'm gonna pull the curtain back for everybody. Okay, Anthony, I am more and more dissatisfied with your performance on this show as this show continues to go on.
Okay.
This
particular show or who's right in general?
Well, who's right in general? Because you are stuck in this rut of trying to appear to be intelligent. And I need you to try to appear to be funny.
Okay.
Okay. So you had to have picked up that I was trying to lead somewhere with my previous statements, because what I said was asinine, right? So you knew that you should know by now. We've been talking to each other for like 15 years that, okay, what's Doug trying to get me to do? Right?
No.
So what I was trying to lead to is I was going to take the stance that you are being biased and conspiracy minded, suggesting that this was created because there's more black people that do drive-bys than white people. And I was trying to take the stance that what you are saying is asinine, and this is just yet another Anthony conspiracy theory based or unfounded. And I had already read ahead. Right here, it's clear that it was targeted at gangs that were predominantly young and black. I mean, in black and white, that's why they are doing it. But I wanted to try to take the angle, right? And you, on the other hand, just tried to appear intelligent. So I would ask this point forward. I don't want you to think, who's somebody smart? Stephen Hawking say.
Because I think that a lot.
I want you. I want you to think like somebody funny. What would Michael J. Fox say? Now go.
So, okay. So,
That's heavy, Doc.
What was the question that you asked me that I was supposed to extract all of this information from? Because you just went through like a whole scenario that you had played out in your head that was way deeper than I had ever thought into. And I'm curious.
How could it be deeper than you ever thought into? I said, Anthony, I need your version of this from an unbiased view. There's no way that this is real.
And then I'm supposed to extract that you all the last things that you just said out of that.
Okay.
And that's my fault?
So you're telling me that when I went into that stupid fucking voice when we did Baby It's Cold Outside and you picked up on it right away. Like we were in lockstep. We were side by side. I was the captain. You were the punter or whatever.
I was the quarterback. You were the general or whatever.
And then it was fine. But now I try to go into the same type of thing and there's nothing there. It's like you're just like you're in front of a fucking classroom and the teacher asks you a question about economics or something.
So maybe you want to know about economics? So maybe it's on your end. You always try to push it off like it's on my end, but maybe it's on your end.
You're telling me it's on my end for trying to find a joke?
No.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
No. Maybe you're just not that good at it.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so I'll be the straight man.
Okay.
You try to provide the comic relief.
We didn't even get into this at all.
No, because you fucking shit canned the whole idea. There's no point in even talking about it. I'm closing the article.
I'm okay with that. So we didn't even get into it. And it went off the rails before we could even start talking about it. And you're mad because I didn't pick up on whatever it was you were laying down.
Yeah, you're okay. Anybody worth their salt as a professional broadcaster can pick up on what their partner's trying to go. You should understand where your partner is trying to go. You should know where I'm trying to go after all these years. When I say something stupid, there is a reason. There's always a well thought out, methodical reason. Now's not the time to make jokes, funny man.
You're methodically stupid. Oh, God. Whatever. So what do you think about drive-by shootings?
I'm for them. I wish they would drive by your house.
The question that I had was, this is out of Washington, right? Is that like I thought drive-bys only happen in Chicago. Is that... I'm being serious. I didn't understand that Washington was a huge place for drive-by shootings.
Okay, I have a serious question for you.
Okay.
Do you think that if I walk up to your house and I don't know what I could play. I suppose if I was trying to lure you outside with a trap, I would just throw some spoons on the ground and you would like, my favorite band's here.
Gotta go. There'd be those fast lines behind me when I took off.
Okay, so I bait you, you go outside, and then I shoot at you.
Okay.
Should I go to jail?
Yes.
Why?
Because you shot at me.
No, what is the purpose of jail? Is it punishment or is it for replenishment or whatever that fucking R word is?
It's for replenishment. You get all your hearts back.
It's like eating a cheeseburger.
Right.
Ooh, energy drink.
So the answer to your question is yes, it's for punishment and it's for
Refurbishment.
refurbishment, right? Yes.
Okay, so I don't understand. How can it be for both?
What?
I understand what it is. I'm trying to get your view of it.
So what people like to think or what people like to say is that it's for like refinishment only. Like, you know, it's not for punishment, but we all know that that's not true. Everybody knows that that's not true. When you commit a crime, people want to see you punished. They want to see you go to jail. If we had caning as a punishment, they would want to see that. That's just a natural thing. People want to see people punished when they think they've done something wrong.
You're not. Okay. What's the R word that I can't think of?
Recidivism.
Do you not know it either?
I do, but you fucked me all up. Refinishment, refinement,
So you don't know it either.
You fucked me all up.
Okay. Reallocated.
Re-education.
Reconciliation. Reiteration.
Reconstituted.
Retardation. What's the fucking R word? Reformed. That's what it is.
God, we're dumb.
Melding the minds of young America.
Right.
Okay. So should prisons be reformed? That's the question at hand.
Nope. I think punishing people is just fine. So should prisons be for reforming people or punishing people? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes.
I think they should be for reforming people.
Okay, and we agree that they are not in any way, shape, or form.
They got a weight bench. you can reform yourself by lifting weights.
If somebody gets life in prison, that is rehabilitate. That's the word, rehabilitate. Okay, there is no rehabilitation for life in prison.
Right. There are some crimes where it's just too dangerous to have you around the rest of society.
Okay, so for those crimes, like getting busted selling drugs 3 times,
right,
you get life in prison.
Right.
Hey, see, isn't that stupid?
Yes. 3 strikes you're out. Laws are retarded. The idea that so baseball has 3 strikes, get it? So in the law,
It's America.
It's America. So the law, you only get 3 strikes, right? So it's baseball. So fucking dumb.
Like, okay, so if you're running from the cops and you make it through 10 yards, you're good. They got to let you go.
First down. That's all I know.
Where was I going?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Do you think it's for rehabilitation or is it for punishment?
I think it's for both.
Okay. So if somebody gets caught shoplifting.
Yeah.
And they get 6 months.
Yep.
That's punishment. There's no rehabilitation. It's just go in, do your time and leave.
Yeah.
So.
Are you asking me where the rehabilitation is?
No, I'm trying to, I don't know where I'm going with this other than, so all this was sparked from these two paragraphs. Okay. Representative Simmons, who represents a district in Western Washington, argued that it's clear that it was targeted at gangs that were predominantly young and black. I believe in a society that believes in the power of redemption, she told Fox News Digital. Murder is murder no matter where the bullet comes from, but locking young people up and throwing away the key is not the answer. If it's young people that were doing the crime, then locking up those same young people is the answer. Like,
it's literally the only answer, right? Just go to your room.
But I don't necessarily understand, like, I don't even know that. Okay, if there's a victim a victimless crime.
Yep.
Like what is give me an example of a victimless crime.
Driving without a seatbelt. Driving without insurance. It's not a crime. There's no victim if I drive without insurance.
Right. I just don't like it. I don't.
I just don't like it.
Well, because I've been hit by somebody that didn't have insurance. Therefore, I became a victim.
And became a victim. Drunk.
No,
DUI.
I understand.
DUIs are technically victimless crimes.
I understand. I had a family that was wiped out by a DUI.
Wait. Did you have the DUI and your family was devastated?
So, are you saying that you shouldn't get arrested for driving? Okay, should driving uninsured be a crime?
No. I can't really back that up. I just think I don't like it.
Huh.
How can it be a crime? Basically, what you're doing is you're making
How
it
will
a
our
crime.
roads get made?
Right. What about the roads? It's either the roads or the children of terrorism. Those are the three things. That's it. What about the terrorist children driving on the roads?
You want the fucking jihad to blow up on bumpy roads?
You're basically making it a crime not to buy something from somebody. It seems backwards to me. Right?
But I've been hit by a Mexican that didn't have insurance. Did I tell you that?
Not in those specific terms, no. And what happened? Were you able to get past that and eventually start a podcast?
What do you mean what happened?
You had to pay, did you have to pay a bunch of money?
I should have.
But you didn't have insurance either, or you didn't have a license at the time and you were drunk?
He gave me a bunch of cash so that I wouldn't call the cops.
So no harm, no foul, right?
I don't.
You got cash.
He was Mexican.
So, like, was it pesos or what was the problem?
He gave me a donkey and a little kid.
Did the donkey have one of those blankets on it? I love those things.
No, it just had two small barrels on the side that held cigarettes. He pushed his ears down and fire came out its butt.
Why are you complaining? This sounds like a fucking great deal. You mean this is mine just to keep?
Okay, I am changing a stance that I had with you from 5 years ago.
Okay.
I don't believe that seatbelt laws should be a thing.
Why?
Because if I want to drive suicidal, that's my right.
Right? I agree.
That's it.
Oh, okay. So what about those little boxes that they put in that like measure your driving habits or whatever and like
I'm for him.
And they give you cheaper insurance? You got one of those?
Yes.
Do you really?
Yes.
Oh. How much does it save you? 10% on your car insurance or whatever?
We don't have insurance. It got us free insurance.
Saves you mean I get free insurance for life? No, that's not what I mean, sir. Free insurance for life. I already said it. Huh. So, all right. This is a serious question.
All right. I'm ready.
All right. I want to know what you think about this law that they're trying to pass about all new cars have to have some sort of anti-drunk driving technology or whatever. Have you heard about that at all?
Yes. I think you sent me an article or something. I don't remember. Why do I feel like it's okay?
Why do
Okay.
I feel like it's okay?
How does it work? I need to know that.
They haven't laid that out yet. they're in the exploratory phases or whatever. They're just kind of working around the anus right now. So I don't know how it's going to work.
Okay. If it's something that is invasive, then I'm okay with it. Like if every time you start your car, it pricks your finger and tests your blood.
What about a rectal exam every time you start your car?
So, okay. My problem, if they come up with a technology that works, I don't have a problem with it. I honestly don't. But what now? Like, what if I'm trying to do the slippery slope thing and I couldn't formulate my thoughts. Like, what if I just did mouthwash right before I got in the car? And it stops me from missing a job interview? What then? Elon.
So you're not good. You're not good at the slippery slope thing.
Nope.
So,
because I think logically.
No, you don't. That's the problem. If they say that,
yeah, I do.
You don't.
See, I'm doing the same thing you do. I do.
I know. But so if they say all cars have to have like a anti-drunk driving, whatever, and then come up with the technology, it works. Everybody's like, oh, okay, this sucks. And then 5 years later, there's just as many car crashes, but now the car crashes are because people are tired. Now you have to come up with something where the car won't let you drive if you're tired.
Right. Logbooks, like truckers.
Right. We're going back to paper logbooks. And then people start dying because they're writing their logbooks while they're driving. We have to.
Okay, so here's the difference between you and me. You asked me, what do you think about the technology to stop drinking and driving?
Yes.
That's what you asked. But what you meant was, what do you think about the government tracking your sleep habits?
Yes. No. What do you think about the government doing anything? That's what I always ask. That's the question I'm always asking. If you let them do anything, they will do everything. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And that's been the theme of this show for 5 fucking years.
No.
Don't get it.
That has been the theme from your microphone for the last 5 years, not the theme from my microphone.
Right. Yours is just lay into it. Just
no,
relax.
You asked me a very specific question. I gave you a specific answer. You asked me a question, not even giving a shit what the answer to that question is, because you're already moved on to 4 other questions.
No. That's not true. That's not true. It's just you are 100% right, and that's the difference between you and me. I ask you a question, and you think, okay, that's easy, black and white. There are no consequences in this world. And then I think because every single action has consequences.
I'm answering the question that was asked.
Yes, but you're not smart enough to take it one step further.
Are you going to allow your daughter to date?
She's already dating. What do you mean?
Do you not care if she gets pregnant doing butt stuff?
You can't get pregnant doing butt stuff. I know the consequences.
So I'm going to ask you your question that you asked me, but I'm going to ask it back at you. And I'm asking a very direct, very one-sided question. No, straight on.
Black and white?
Black and white question. I want a black and white answer.
Okay.
Would you be okay with car manufacturers being responsible for eliminating drinking and driving?
I never met my dad. I don't know. Is that a good black and white answer? It took you a second to catch up. No.
Why? And keep your answer about drinking and driving.
I don't think that it's the responsibility of somebody else to determine of the car manufacturers. I don't think we should put that responsibility on the car manufacturers. I think that we should have personal responsibility to take care of ourselves.
Why do gun manufacturers put safeties on the firearm?
Because they're stupid.
So you think gun manufacturers should be required to remove the safeties from all firearms? Retroactively?
I only buy a gun with no safety. Well, that's not true. Not only. If you're carrying a gun and it has a safety, it's not that smart. They're not supposed to have safeties. You're the safety, dum-dum. Don't pull the trigger when you're not shooting at somebody.
Do you have a gun in your house?
Yes.
Is it loaded?
Yes.
Is the safety on?
Doesn't have a safety. I told you it doesn't have a safety. I have 3 handguns, and actually, I don't even. No, three. I have 3 handguns, and they don't have safeties.
Revolvers?
I have a revolver and 2 handguns.
Like single, like black powder?
Yeah. Yes. They make a model with this of the gun that I bought for carrying. They make a model with the safety and without the safety. I bought the one without the safety. It's stupid to have a safety on a gun. That's dumb to me. What's the point? Learn to use your gun. Don't pull the trigger if you're not trying to shoot somebody.
You're going to end up dead or somebody.
I'm eventually.
Mark my words.
Okay.
You're going to end up dying.
That's prophetic.
You're pathetic. Okay. So I thought I fucking had you on the safety thing. I got to regroup.
You weren't ready for that one, were you?
No, not at all. I didn't even know they made guns without a fucking safety.
So awesome.
Like, I can't imagine why anybody would buy a gun without a safety. And then you said that, and I'm like, I mean, he's right. Like, yeah, you know, you're not over there gunslinging.
Right.
I know 3 people who have shot themselves doing quick draw exercises in their living room.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, maybe they need safeties on their guns. Dumbasses.
All right. Yeah, I don't care.
Oh shit. It's funny to me because sometimes I think that you really think that the slippery slope fallacy is just an automatic disqualifier. Like if you
No, I don't think that at all.
Okay.
But the premise of this show, like our foundation, is a topical discussion. Okay.
Yep.
And you always want to skip, like you take what could be 4 shows worth of content and wrap it up into 3 minutes because you don't want to have a conversation about the government or the car makers eliminating drinking and driving.
No.
Right. See,
It's
so
not
you
their
brought
responsibility. Okay. Hold on. Let's say that you and I have a podcast, and now the government decides that it is our responsibility as podcasters to make sure that when people are driving, listening to podcasts, they're not distracted. That's all of a sudden now my responsibility. I'm a podcaster. I don't have anything to do with people being distracted when they're driving.
That's not the same. No, that's a bad analogy.
How?
That analogy sucks cock.
How? So how is it Ford's job to make sure that you're not drinking and driving? They make cars.
Yeah, and they got to make sure that you're not drunk when you're driving their car.
Why?
Who better to do it? What, would you want the fucking people that made your blender to ensure that you can't drink and drive? No, that's retarded. It would be the car manufacturers.
Maybe we just need the people who drink and drive to understand that they probably shouldn't drink and drive. You dumb fucks. I don't. Why do you need a car manufacturer to make sure you don't do it? And why the whole thing is stupid?
Do you know how many times I could have been saved from drinking and driving had the car not started?
No? How would I know that?
Right. That's because you don't live in the real world. There are people, much like myself, who don't give a fuck what the law is.
Right.
And they don't care about the possibility of ending somebody else's family.
Right.
And they have parties and shit to get to.
Right. Right.
So when you combine that, people die. And I don't want to see people dying. I want people to live.
You don't want to see them live enough to not drink and drive. Oh God. You don't have an argument. Just admit it. Just say, I don't have an argument.
I do have an argument.
What's your argument?
Hold on.
Okay.
I don't like drinking and driving.
then don't do it.
Right. But I can't stop you from not doing it.
Right.
But I want to be able to stop you from doing it.
Right. Now you're understanding. Now you are understanding 100%. I want to be able to stop you from doing it. That's that's the argument. That's the argument for everything. I want to stop you from doing it. It doesn't matter what we're talking about.
Right. But in this case, we're only talking about drinking and driving.
Right. But your argument could be made for everything that the
but
government
it's not.
does.
It's being made for this.
I know.
I want to stop you from being able to drink and driving.
Right.
So I can't do that unless I have, like me as in Doug, I can't physically go out there and stop everybody.
Okay. Right. I agree.
But if I had the power to remotely shut off people's cars or force them to do breathalyzers, I would. I would have a database set up and I would have like 5 monitors and I'd be tracking everybody.
So who's
in my fat cave?
whose want to is more important, yours or mine?
Mine.
Why?
Always mine.
Okay.
Because I want you to not drink and drive.
Okay.
You want to kill people.
No. What if my want is I want you to not want me to not drink and drive. Right?
Okay, what
I want you to
there's
leave
a
me the
law
fuck
on my
alone.
side.
I want you to leave me alone. Whose want to is more?
Yeah, and if you decided that you wanted to drink, you should have stayed home. But you brought it into my world.
If you decided that you wanted to be king of the world, you should have ran for president of the United States. Pal.
So you don't just say you don't have an argument. Just say you want to be a fucking dirtbag drinking and driver.
My argument is the best argument. You made my argument for me when you said.
Don't you think people have proven that they can't govern themselves and they need help?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're just at an impasse.
You think people have proven that they can't govern themselves and they need help from other people who've proven that they can't govern themselves and they need help? I know if you're saying people and then you say they can't govern themselves, but we need people who can't govern themselves to govern them. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Who can't govern themselves?
The people.
Okay, who's going to govern the people?
The government.
And who's the government made up of?
For the people, by the people.
Got it. Now I understand.
Yeah, okay. Are you telling me there's not a difference between like smart people and dumb people? Is that the hill you want to die on?
Yes, there's a difference between smart people and dumb people. The smart ones are smart and the dumb ones are dumb. What?
Okay. So here's where we always have an issue.
Yes.
Right now, there is an epidemic in this country of drinking and driving fatalities.
Okay.
Mothers are mad about it. Do you understand?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Right now, the only suggestion in order to lower the curve or flatten the curve of the drinking and driving.
We need to use that argument for everything. Flatten the curve. Okay.
We want to have the same amount of fatalities. We just want to spread them out over a longer period of time.
Right.
Okay. There was a solution proposed. You shot it down. You need to come up with an alternative. That's your big miss as far as being a decent human being, is that you never come up with a solution. You just shit. You sit in the corner and shit on everybody else's ideas. So
no,
please.
Not only do I sit in the corner and shit, I throw my shit at you directly from the corner.
Okay. So you can take the stance that you don't think that there is an issue and that drinking and driving should be legal. Just leave it alone. Is that your stance? Do you think that there should be no limit on how much you can consume before legally driving a 6-ton Deathmobile?
Well, when you frame it like that, so the problem is that we start with one argument and then you transform that argument into a completely different argument.
Okay.
Okay.
Just answer the question.
So should there be laws? Sure. Should there car manufacturers?
No, we're going to work there. We're going to work towards that. You already established that you don't think car manufacturers should be responsible. Like, should car manufacturers be responsible for putting in airbags? Or should that be like an aftermarket only thing where you have to buy them off of Amazon and install them yourself?
That would be awesome. I'd start an airbag installation service. No, so there's a difference between being responsible for it and giving the consumers what they want. I think they should put them in, but I don't think they should be responsible.
What?
No. Does that help?
Okay. Do you think consumers, you're all over the place, man.
Yeah.
Like you're hard to corral
Yeah. Yep.
because you don't make any sense in your arguments.
Okay. Break it down. What doesn't make sense?
I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about. I've completely forgotten my angle.
So the idea that there's a law against something, and you're conflating the idea that there's a law against something, and then you're taking that to the extreme of, well, if there's a law, somebody has to make sure you don't do it. Yeah. Those are called police. We have those already. We don't need Ford to be the police too. We don't need any help from any manufacturers.
I see where you're going with this. I see the angle you're coming at me from now. You're not going to flank me, pal. Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
I kind of agree, but
He said, okay, I'm ready. And then there was like a 10-minute pause. All right, hold on. Let me get ready.
no, I said I kind of agree.
Oh, okay.
You're so worried about being right that you don't even listen to me. It doesn't matter what I say.
That's not true. I didn't hear you.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so the foundation of this argument, we're starting on two different platforms.
Yes.
I think that there is an epidemic or a pandemic. I guess it depends if drunk driving has went across the continents or whatever. But
It's kind of endemic at this point, right?
there is an overwhelming majority of people dying due to drunk driving.
I can't refute that.
Hold on, let's look this up. See, you're.
I didn't even say anything.
How many people died from drunk driving in 2020?
See, you're gonna get some twisted stats because they died with drunk driving, not because of drunk driving.
Okay, so I can't remember the specifics, but there was that guy that died of COVID, and there was some back and forth between a reporter and whatever the spokesman.
Yeah.
And so they said that the person died of COVID, and then they changed it to that he had COVID when he died, and then it came out that he was in a horrendous car wreck.
But he felt fine. He didn't have any. He was asymptomatic.
Okay, listen to this.
All right.
Mothers Against Drunk Driving is
Oh,
devastated to learn that estimated traffic fatalities in the first half of 2021 are the highest they have been since 2006, Anthony.
Okay.
The rise in traffic deaths is the largest 6-month increase in the history of the NHTSA's Fatality Analysis Reporting System.
Okay.
Preliminary estimates show that 20,160 people died on America's roads through June 2021.
Okay.
20,000 people. Like,
For
that's
how many?
not very many.
Like, that's totally not very many. How many from alcohol? 15.
No, 20,000 died on America's road. Yeah, that's just due in large part to speeding, impaired driving, and not wearing seatbelts. So it's like 40 people.
Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Let's take all the traffic deaths and inflate that number and pretend that that's the number who died from drinking and driving. Idiots.
Okay, this nightmare on our roads needs to stop.
This nightmare on our roads needs to stop. That's not hyperbolic at all.
Said Alex Ott, national president of MAD.
Wait, is
Which
I hope that's a guy.
It sounds like a guy is the president.
That would be awesome.
We're
I
gonna
hope they're transgender.
president of MAD. Oh, fuck! Come on, show me a goddamn picture.
Is it a guy? Please
It's a
tell me
black
it's
guy.
a guy. It's not a guy?
It's a black guy.
Oh, man. I'm the president of Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Shit, man! I thought this was Brothers Against Drunk Driving. This can't be right. I refuse to believe.
Open.
I refuse to believe that the president of Mothers Against Drunk Driving is a black dad.
This is amazing. Oh, this is amazing.
Holy shit.
Is there even any women involved in this organization at all?
People raised by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
God, everything is fake. Everything, nothing is what it seems anymore. If there was one thing that I was sure of in the world, I was sure that the leader of Mothers Against Drunk Driving was a woman. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. I can't believe anything that comes out of there now.
It's all a lie.
Okay. Founded in 1980 by a mother whose daughter was killed by a drunk driver, Mothers Against Drunk Driving is the nation's largest nonprofit working to end drunk driving. Okay, so why can't we do like podcasters against meth?
Pam?
Pam. Who would argue with us if we came out against meth?
Meth heads. Is that our stance? We're against meth. Can't we find something cooler to be against?
Hold on, I have an idea. We're gonna have to come up with some fancy wordplay. Hold on.
How about if we came out against porn, but like we didn't change our stance at all? Just publicly, we came out against porn.
Sex. Minors.
What did you say? Miners?
Yeah.
Like the coal miners?
Education. Ass play. Hold
on. There's got to be something here where something to do with sex and minors, and then when people get mad, no, we're talking about coal miners, you asshole.
Okay, so here's our new foundation.
Okay.
Podcasters against pedophiles, sex with minors, and educating ass play among rapists.
What?
Pap smear. All right, we'll workshop that. Bye.
Bye.